Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 184 of our Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. This month we're focusing on the relationships in our life, or the relationships we would like to have in our life. It's all about relationship goals. So we're doing one thing every day to get what we want, to move us toward the things that we want, which is usually our goals and objectives. And we're at the end of each month covering our goal process. But before we do that, we've got a couple of topics we want to talk about and think about so that we have them fresh in our minds as we're going through and doing the other action items. That means one single daily action thing every day during this challenge to get the best possible results for ourselves. So today's topic is relationship goal, thoughts, and beliefs. Now, our thoughts and beliefs have a huge impact on what we will do, what we won't do, what we'll even see or consider when it comes to setting goals for ourselves, achieving goals for ourselves, whether we believe it's possible for us or not to get what we want. Our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs, which are based on most of all our past experiences. But not only that, they're based on other people's past experiences, other people or significantly strong emotional events that we have in our life or experiences. They will form a belief, a little tiny thought that we have, and then over the years following that event, which might be like a 2-second thing, somebody might have said, oh, your nose is big, and then for the rest of your life you pile on every piece of evidence where somebody thinks your nose is too big, and all of a sudden you think you have a huge nose, a huge witch nose. Wonder who ever thought that. So our thoughts are neither, they just are what they are. It's the beliefs we attach to them or the other thoughts we pile onto them. Beliefs are just thoughts we think a lot or that we had a strong emotional connection to, and they became a belief. They're harder to change than thoughts, because a thought, geez, we have like 80,000 thoughts a day. They flow into our head and out of our head without us giving them much thought. However, they do impact our subconscious, because our subconscious mind stores and keeps and remembers everything. So when it needs evidence that you're not smart enough or not good enough or that you can do this or you can't do this, it's got a plethora of information to go and past experiences and past things people have said and done to us that it can pile onto the thought that we're having, whether it's positive or negative. So we want to be careful about our thoughts and our thinking. Fastest way to change anything in our lives is to change what we're thinking about it. That's why I think affirmations are so powerful, or afformations. So today, thoughts and beliefs. We're going to compile a list of at least 10 to 15, and believe me, all you have to do is pay attention as you go throughout your day, of relationship thoughts that you have. Probably thoughts, and then as you start thinking about the thought, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is what I believe about this. So I just wrote down 3 examples yesterday as I was going about my day with my granddaughters. And these are just ones that came to me. I'm going to do 15 for sure today as I go about my day. But the first one I wrote down was, each person needs to give 100% to the relationships that are important to them. So a lot of times we'll hear, in your significant other relationship, you just give 50-50 and it'll work out all right. Well, I don't know about you, but if you're only 50% into a relationship or 50% committed to anything, what kind of results are you going to get? You're going to get 50% results. Half the time it's going to work out for you, half the time it's not, which is kind of interesting that that's what our divorce rate in at least America is hovering around, and has been for a long time, about the 50% mark. So does that mean that that's all we're giving to our relationships? Probably. So I say 100%. You give 100%, and the other person gives 100% too, and that's how you make that relationship work. Second one, everyone deserves to be loved. I personally believe everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody deserves to love and be loved. It's, you define what that means for you. And then my third one was, we all need other people, and usually more than one other person, right? So often, and you see this a lot in committed, significant other relationships. Remember the word significant other, where one person is totally dependent on the other person for absolutely everything. All of their relationship, emotional, spiritual, physical needs, etc. And those are challenged relationships in many cases as well. So that's just 3 that I thought of off the top of my head. I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of beliefs about relationships. A lot of them are not necessarily in my favor, or I would have the perfect relationships for me right now. And I definitely will admit I do not have, in certain areas and aspects of my life, the relationship that's perfect for me. And that's on me, right? That's my responsibility to create and have and attract those relationships into my life. So what are we doing today? We're brainstorming 10, and we're not even brainstorming, we're just paying attention to our life and our thoughts that we have about relationships, and about then specifically, if we can, relationship goals, getting relationship goals. Do you believe that you deserve, and that's a belief, do you believe you deserve the significant other relationship that's perfect for you? That's a belief, either, or it's a thought, oh, I don't deserve this person, or I do deserve this person, etc. So 10 thoughts or beliefs, brainstorm them, write them down, and then I would say circle the 3 that seem like they're most important to you or have had the biggest impact on your life. And I'm not going to ask you to share those, because we all have lots of crazy thoughts that we don't necessarily, carry throughout or add and turn into beliefs by adding other thoughts to them or experiences to them. All right, any questions about this, hit me up. There'll be a little write-up in the Get Up and Go Annual Challenge private Facebook group. Guide 17 and then guide 16 will be this videos. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Work on your relationships.